Welcome to this week's Midweek Update.
Hey Mepam, welcome back to Midweek Update.
This week, let's take a look at the Garden City football game, some behind the scenes of homecoming, trunk or treat, and the benefits of Chromebooks.
This and more as we take a look at what's going on this week on Midweek Update. I'm Ariel Boodram.
And I'm Soel, and welcome back to Midweek Update, the B&B show that brings you closer to the people and places in and around the Mepham community.
I don't know about you, Steven, but I love technology.
Me too. I've been using it more and more inside and outside of school these past couple years.
I'm always using it in class, especially now that we have Chromebooks.
Last year, we were all able to get our own Chromebook from the school, but who knew how useful they would be?
And if they would be a positive or negative new addition.
B&B's Sid Ellis-Eddy got to find out more about why these devices were implemented and people's thoughts on them.
It has been almost a year now since Chromebooks have been introduced into our school district. It's become a really popular thing that both students and teachers have taken advantage of. Last year, the district wanted students to bring Chromebooks to school every day, but this year things are being taken up a notch in classrooms.
I feel like Chromebooks have definitely had a positive effect in the classroom this year. In years past, teachers and classes have been vying for a limited amount of resources. We only have, 3 computer labs here, including the one in the library. And there were some days when teachers weren't able to get into them. And now that every student has a Chromebook, that has really alleviated the scarcity of resources.
With the addition of Chromebooks in classrooms, the response has been very positive from both teachers and students. With the times changing when it comes to technology in classrooms, Chromebooks are a great way to stay up to date and to help both teachers and students take that next step into making learning as easy as possible.
It's mostly in social studies. Like, he gives us docs, and we just go into depth. Like, he gives us a PowerPoint, and we just do our questions on it. In English, we go into the internet, search the internet, and we just find answers. And I use it in multiple other classes too. It's a wide variety.
So again, we've used it for online labs, which have a lot of manipulatives in chem. And like I said, resource room is typing essays, so it's important to have the Chromebook there, not have a phone or an iPad.
Overall, Chromebooks have been very beneficial to our education here at Mepham, and it will be interesting to see what changes they will make in the future. For B&B, I'm Sid Ellis-Eddy.
Thanks, Sid. I never realized how helpful it would be that everyone would have their own computers.
Me either. Another new thing that happened last year are the new events. One in particular that is coming up in just a couple of days has something to do with one of my favorite holidays.
I bet. I know when you were going. B&B's Jake Mano has more.
I'm Jake Mano, here in the Mepham Senior Parking Lot, where this Thursday, Mepham will be holding its second annual Trunk or Treat. In case you didn't already know, Trunk or Treat is when elementary-aged children from the community trick-or-treat in the trunks of cars. This provides a safer and more condensed Halloween experience. Make sure you come check it out with your family and friends. And that's all from me here at B&B. I'm Jake Mano. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Jake. I can't wait to see all the different cars and costumes.
Another place where you can see more costumes is a brand new event here at B&B that we are running.
Wait, really? I must have missed something here. Can you help me out?
Of course. Next Monday on Halloween night after school, we will have B&B's first ever Halloween fashion show.
All right. Thanks for reminding me. You can sign up using the posters in the hallway or by scanning the QR code down below.
I can't wait to see everyone walk the runway in their costumes.
Another thing you can see even sooner here on B&B is the boys volleyball senior game.
B&B's Makayla Daube has more on this game and upcoming games in this week's sports report.
I'm Makayla Daube, back again with your Midweek Sports Report. It's finally the most exciting part of the fall sports season, playoffs. On Saturday, the football team beat Southside 49-18. Dom Novello and Ryan Thier each had 2 touchdowns, along with junior Anthony DeSalvo, who added 1 of his own. On Monday, the boys volleyball team beat Freeport 3-1, and yesterday traveled to Kennedy for an in-district scrimmage. Also yesterday, the girls volleyball team played Garden City on their senior night to wrap up their regular season. The girls volleyball team will have their first round playoff match at Mepham on Friday. The boys soccer team also traveled to Floral Park on Tuesday in their quarterfinal playoff match, and the BMCH ST Sharks competed in their division championship meet to conclude their season. Today, the boys volleyball team will be playing their last game of the season home at 6:45 against Valley Stream North. Come support the boys for their senior game. But if you can't make it, you could turn in live only on the BMB YouTube channel to watch the fun. Make sure to check into morning announcements on Friday morning to see what time the girls volleyball team will be playing and who their opponent will be that night. We could really use all your support. That's all for me. I'm Makayla Daube. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Makayla. I can't wait to see how these playoff games turn out.
You know, I'm hoping for a ton of wins.
Hopefully. One team who just had another incredible win this past weekend was our football team.
They are having an amazing season, even though Garden City game didn't go exactly as we planned.
But I know how hard the whole team was working to try and win. B&B's Charles Decker got to hear more from the team.
It's been 28 years since the Mepham team beat Garden City on the gridiron. Rivalry between Mepham and Garden City began in the 1930s and continues to this day, but history has not always been on the side of the Pirates.
Last time we took down Garden City was 28 years ago when Amos Arroway was running back. I was looking at the score. We beat him 20-9. He had 200 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. So hopefully, you know, we could come out on top, beat GC, and end that streak of 28 years.
The last time Mepham beat Garden City was in 1994. Before that, 1937. Facing them has never been easy.
That's a Trojan touchdown. Stevie Fennell takes it into the end zone.
As the 2022 season was heating up, the Pirates won game after game, heading into the October 8th showdown against Garden City undefeated. Confidence and expectations were high, even as the players kept their emotions in check.
I think we definitely have the talent this year to beat the Garden City, but it just comes down to how hard we play and practice throughout this week.
I think we definitely can beat them this year. We have the team, we have the assets to the team, and, you know, it's definitely a good chance this year.
Then, the game finally happened. The Pirates put up a good fight and battled back in the third quarter. But in the end, they did not take the win over Garden City, with a final score of 35-18. Clearly, there's still more to learn.
We could beat them. We just have to play our best game every quarter, every minute. We just have to stay focused and stay disciplined.
To just focus on the little things and to not make mistakes, basically.
One thing that we learned is that we can't make too many mistakes because other teams will capitalize on the mistakes and we would end up losing. So we just got to focus on the detail.
I think you just learned how important it is to take every game one play at a time, not trying to play too far outside of yourself, not trying to win the game on a single play. Win one play, win the next play, and if you string enough of those together, right, good things tend to happen.
The Pirates bounced back with a huge win over Long Beach at homecoming, and they appear poised to make a deep run into the playoffs, where they may take on Garden City again.
I believe we have a good shot, especially after last week's game. We could definitely take them down.
This definitely could be the year because of how much talent and how much chemistry we have on this team, but we just got to take it week by week, as I said.
For B&B, I'm Charles Decker.
Thanks, Charles. If you wanted to watch more past games this season, you can check out our homecoming game here on the BMB YouTube channel.
That was an incredible game for not only the team and the Mepham community, but also for us here at B&B.
So much work to put in.
Ariel, don't spoil what's next for them. B&B's Amanda Ali is here to introduce your next segment.
Thanks, Stephen. It's been a while since you've seen me here on B&B, but I can't wait to be here on Midweek Update to introduce your new segment. Some of you may have seen this already, but we thought it was so important if you haven't gotten the chance to watch it yet. This is a behind the scenes of the homecoming game and what the preparation was like at B&B.
Hi, I'm Sid from the B&B Morning Announcements, and I usually try to explain what that is, but today I'm going to take a crack at how'd they do that. If you're like me, you might have been watching the B&B's coverage of the homecoming football game against Long Beach, and you couldn't believe what you saw. At the start of the first quarter, it was time to introduce the starting lineup, and then you saw this.
Take a look at the Mepham Pirate offensive starters.
Dom Novello, number 2.
Stephen Mulqueen, number 8.
I'm Daniel Malloy, and I'm number 9.
And it wasn't just the offense. We introduced the defense this way, too.
Chris Norris, number 6.
Vincent Galante, number 65.
Brendan Toomey, number 55.
And we even introduced the players from Long Beach.
Jeff Conway, number 7. Luke Hartman, number 9. Chip Bieri, number 13.
This is the kind of thing that you're used to seeing on ESPN and ABC Sports, but not on a high school broadcast. So how do we do it? It started with an idea from our sports director, Matt Mano. He worked with Makayla Daube to record Mepham intros. Matt Mano also reached out to the Long Beach assistant coach, Matt Collins, who recorded their intros. B&B motion graphics editor Liam Osborne edited the videos, and then at the exact moment, director James Bigham and technical director Sammy Rooney took the piece, and it looked like this.
Take the motion marker. Jack Scarron, 44.
CJ Merchant, number 5.
Jack Miller, number 22.
And that's how we did it. And now you know. Keep watching B&B as we roll out new innovations like this, and look for segments like this that'll explain how we do it. Until next time, I'm Sid El-Seti, and I'll see you on the morning announcements.
Wow, that really looks like it could be seen on TV, and it's incredible that some of the features we had were also used in the NFL. Well, that's it for me. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Amanda and Sid. Personally, I couldn't have thought of a better host for that new segment than Sid.
Absolutely. He is always here to tell us what we need to know.
I can't wait for what he has to tell us on this week's morning announcements.
We'll have to wait and see.
Well, that's all for this week's episode of Midweek Update. We'll be back next week with all new stories from around BMCHSD to bring you inside parts of the community we don't always get to see. Until then, I'm Ariel Boodram.
And I'm Stephen Soel, and we'll see you all next midweek.